Hello, I'm Williams, and welcome to Kingman High School's Channel 4 News. First, we have an enthralling update on our stock market.
Thank you, Alicia. Hi, my name is Jack Hartman, and I am here on Kingman's Channel 4 News to tell you about what's going on with our stocks and why interest is going up so high. As of 2023, the stock market is looking just as wobbly, if not more, than last year. While companies like Wells Fargo are expecting a recession to go into full swing this year, stocks have jumped. Looking at our data, the U.S. central banks have hiked 9th in a row. Not only that, but they are the highest rates we've had since 2007. Wells Fargo's Investment Institute made a statement claiming that they expect an early recession this year, including that they've inferred a mid-year recovery. But people globally have mentioned pulling out their stocks in fear of a plummet. While companies say, hold on, it isn't looking promising for people, and they fear of the worst, that companies are lying. Knowing that a recession is around the corner, will you be taking your stocks out?
Thank you, Jack. Now, in recent events, the large corporation Etsy is being boycotted by its sellers. Etsy contributed over $4 billion in income in small businesses this year, and it became one of the biggest places that small businesses could sell their products. Founded in 2005, Etsy had started its journey to help smaller businesses get on their start in handcrafted goods. It had a very small listing fee as well as a small transaction fee, the listing fee being 20 cents and the transaction fee being 5%. They took little bits of money to ensure that their company would stay afloat and hire a few employees to help with customer service and bug fixes. When COVID hit, the company decided to raise its listing fees by 30%, in total coming out to $6 per item. Sellers called the technique pandemic profiteering. Items like hand-sewn face masks and crafting kits to keep people busy during quarantine had skyrocketed in popularity. Sellers on Etsy were providing exactly what the masses wanted. However, when head workers at Etsy saw what was happening, they wanted a part of the profit, and the seller's fee doubled within the span of 2 years. Thousands of accounts said that they would take an Etsy strike, where they were going to put all of their accounts on vacation mode so that they were unable to sell anything, and Etsy would lose out on the majority of their profit. Due to the massive boycott, Etsy lost over 5 million of its existing members. The small businesses think that it'd be cheaper and more profitable to stay off Etsy entirely. Etsy went from making $4 billion in the global economy to losing a majority of its stores and therefore much of its profit. Furthermore, causing the economy to have a slight plummet due to one of its major selling websites losing their spark. So tell me, would you shop at Etsy? Now, back to Jack.
Now back to Alicia with her live interview with Shady Grove's own special owner.
My name is Peter Jaramillo, and my business is called Shady Grove Records.
Cool. How did you start up?
So I've always been a record collector ever since I was about 15 or 16 years old, and it's just always been a passion. And we moved back to Kingman from Las Vegas, my wife and family and I, in 2018, and decided that I wanted to do something different. So we took a chance and dove in, and 3 years later, here we are.
Nice. What's your biggest obstacle?
Our biggest obstacle is making sure that people know we're here. So with any small business, advertising is always going to be a challenge because we work on a tight budget. So trying to provide people with everything that they want, everything that they expect from our kind of specialty store, since we're a niche market, making sure that people know we're here is always going to be a challenge that we're constantly trying to overcome and face.
Definitely. How did you figure out your struggles?
So just from experience, we opened right before COVID kind of hit. So we kind of fast-tracked as far as learning how to pivot, how to adjust, and how to adapt to everything that was going on in a rapidly changing market, as opposed to opening in a stable market and kind of maintaining a very baseline status quo and then quickly learning. We were trial by fire. We kind of dove in and everything went crazy. So it's been an interesting ride, but yeah.
Do you have any tips on how to start a business?
My tips on how to start a business are do your research.
That's a good one.
Do your research, and then do more research. Another thing to do would be to befriend somebody that is in the same business in another city or town. Pick their brain and learn about what to expect when you guys start up, what to expect when you establish, and then what to expect later down the road as far as, you know, the trials and tribulations of running a day-to-day brick and mortar store.
Yeah.
It's a rarity these days because everything is so available online. You know, but that being said, not just me, but other small business owners are firm believers that people want to buy something right then and there and have that, you know, have the opportunity to buy this right now as opposed to just looking at a picture of it online and ordering it, right? And it kind of takes all the magic out of it. So,
What's your favorite part?
my favorite part is the freedom of creating my own schedule and how that allows me to spend more quality time with my family. So, even though I work more hours now than I ever did when I worked for somebody else, you know, it's still very rewarding.
You never work a day in your life. You love what you do.
That is exactly right, my friend.
Well, thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you, Alicia. This is Jack Hartman signing out from Kingman High School's Channel 4 News.